Hey everybody, and welcome to your class, Principles of Finance. This is Business 230. This section is OC2. You're in the 8-week asynchronous online version of this course, which means it goes really fast. So the objectives of this initial presentation are as you learn a little bit about how the class works, become familiar with our class shell, that's the word that's used for it, basically our website that our class is in D2L or Brightspace. You want to understand how Connect works and what's in it. You know the schedule and commit to managing to it because, again, this class is going to cover a lot of ground quickly. And learn about the usage points you're going to have in the class. So that's all happens this week. So I'll use this as a little bit of an opportunity to introduce myself to you so you can understand who I am. I've basically been in business for over 40 years, selling things largely through catalogs and online, and also in direct selling and things like that as well. I've worked for massive, large multinational corporations, and I've worked for sole proprietorships, or in other words, I had owned my own businesses. So I've done everything, really. Basically, you can finance several startups through the growth stages, which is an interesting exercise, and launched new businesses and new products and new markets, so a lot of business development types of things. But all that business development activity really needed to leverage all what I learned about finance, and that's why I'm teaching this class. So I got my MBA from Kellogg, going part-time at night and working really full-time. I was traveling and things like that at the time, and this was before internet and all that, so it was a bit of a challenge, I'm not going to lie. But it was well worth it. So in the end, I say I know how to make businesses profitable, start new businesses, and make old businesses grow like new businesses. So what that was my elevator speech. If you're not familiar with what that is, you need to be able to articulate something unique and distinct about you that you can, as you introduce yourself to somebody, you can kind of work that into the conversation. So it's your elevator speech. It's basically telling somebody about yourself in a way that they would be interested in. Okay, so the easiest way to do that these days is to join LinkedIn. If you haven't joined that, please do. It's free. You can pay for it. Don't. You use the free version for now. You're just building up your network, and but don't hesitate to participate in all kinds of events. Think of everything as a networking opportunity, and it's very, very, very important in business. So what's D2L? D2L, for those of you who are not familiar, is the learning management system that Oakton uses. A lot of other schools do as well. But it's a lot like Blackboard and some of the other ones that are out there. So if you've seen one, it'll just feel familiar to you. But in D2L, we're going to communicate, use D2L email. I really appreciate you doing that because Oakton's email is a disaster. You get so much email on it, it's crazy. So it's the Google email account that you have through Oakton. So we have a native email app within D2L. I really want you to use that. Bottom line is, I know if I get a communication through D2L email, I know it's from a student, and I'll respond to it right away. You'll see my posts and announcements will be put in there as well. You're going to find course content in there. You'll be able to access Connect, which is the publisher's site that we're going to use for our text and our assignment material. You'll take your tests in D2L, and we have a brief. When I say group assignment, it's really a brief thing. It doesn't take that long to do. But I want you to work with some of your classmates on it. It's sort of a capstone to the class. If you haven't done it, install Brightspace on Pulse is the name of the app on your phone. You can get it through Google Play. You can get it through App Store. And it's pretty helpful in terms of doing communication. I don't know about you, but I do all my communication on my phone, I swear. I never thought I would say that, but I definitely do. So I think that's a really helpful thing to get for communication purposes, not really for taking tests or doing homework and things like that. So the one thing I want you to do is to update your D2L profile. I'll show you what that looks like in just 1 minute. Make sure you have a picture of yourself, not of your pet fish or whatever, and something unique about you. You might find a YouTube video in my D2L profile, kind of the unique thing about me, and it's really, really important to start networking. Start networking right now while you're in class. Let's take a look at the D2L site. So this is the D2L site. You get at it through your My Oakton page. It'll show you which courses you're enrolled in and allow you to get access to this. In here, we don't use all these tabs up here. We only use a couple, but we use content. We're going to use discussions when we do that group project at the end. You can hand in any assignments that you have that are not done via the publisher, which I'm going to talk about in a minute. You're going to take your quizzes, and they're not quizzes, they're exams. You're going to take those here in class. You'll be able to check up on your grades. And you have a class list, a handy class list of all your classmates who you're not going to have a lot of direct contact with, but you'll have some, okay? So my announcements are in here, so you can have a welcome one. You can also see on our homepage that we have things that are upcoming will be listed there as well. Don't worry about those dates. I have a lot of fixing to do here before we launch the class, but I just want to make sure you get all the stuff first. Under content, you will see the course schedule, sorry, let me back up here. And not what I wanted. Sorry, I'm going to go under table of contents here. You can get access to my virtual office here. It's a native meeting app on here called Big Blue Button, and I'll keep my office hours in there. But if we have one-on-one meetings, most likely I'm going to schedule those through Google Meet because it's just a little easier to get to. There's the important course documents are listed here under syllabus, course outline, schedule, how to do well, all those things. You're going to want to make sure you've reviewed and acted on all these things this week. And then you'll also see your McGraw-Hill assignments at McGraw-Hill and Connect are one and the same. You'll see your assignments here. Again, don't worry about these dates and stuff right now, but this is where you'll see the assignments that you have. And when you click on them, you'll be able to access Connect directly. And I'll show you that in just a minute. And that's about it. And there's some other information in there, but the course is fairly straightforward in that regard. You know, and most of what we do here in D2L or in Connect. So when you click on any one of these assignments, you'll go to the Connect page. Unfortunately, the way the thing was set up is that normally this is a direct digital access class, which means you pay up front for the access to it and get a code and that kind of thing. But in our class's case, unfortunately, you're going to have to purchase that directly, like you're buying a textbook, but it's just you go to their site. If you look under our syllabus here, there's under this, the important documents page, there's a little video there to help you understand how to actually connect or link, actually get access to Connect. It's basically like signing up for anything else. And you'll have to use a credit card. Now you can purchase a card, and it's I think they call them access cards through the bookstore. However, you have to go there physically and buy it there. They don't have that available online. And that, when I say the bookstore, I mean Oakton's bookstore. And I think, and I don't know this, and I didn't have a chance to really confirm this or not, because again, this is fairly new to me, but I think if you use financial aid to pay for a book, you might have to use the access card, but check with the financial aid office very first chance you get, just to make sure that that's the case. Either way, you'll be able to get access, which you're going to have to do right away with this class, okay? So that's what you find in D2L. Now, I'm just going to show you if we get to Connect, this is basically the page that you'd be looking at. The home page, it shows you all the upcoming assignments. It shows you, it gives you access to the book, which is this little section here. The book is really a great text. I really like it a lot. It's very straightforward and helpful to work through the different things that they have there. So you're going to complete your assignments in here. And the grades automatically transfer over to D2L, so you can keep track of your grades on your assignments in those sections. Okay. Going back to D2L really quickly, where you find your profile is up here in the upper right corner in D2L on the class site. If you click on that, you'll get to your profile. That's where you can put your picture in, say some things about you. Again, it's really, really helpful in these types of classes to help you do some networking. So this is the information on Connect that you'll care about. You can do that, again, online through McGraw-Hill Connect. look at that video in detail, or you can go to the Oakton bookstore and purchase an access card, the ISBN number there for reference, just to be sure you're getting the correct thing. You can look at it there. Okay, so let's talk about the syllabus. It's blank. Guess what? You can read the syllabus, and you need to read through the syllabus. I'm not going to spend a lot of time in class doing that, what you can read, but it basically explains about grading and some of the other particulars about the course, and a whole lot of stuff that Oakton wants to make sure that they put into a syllabus. Okay, so we will look at the course schedule. So hang on a second. Let me open that up. It's in the form. It's in two forms. It's in Word, or it's in an Excel document. You'll find this document in those important course documents and content in D12. So this is the spreadsheet version of it. When you look at it, it's set up, as you can see, it's set up on a weekly basis. You can follow it every week, take a look at what's coming up. As you can see, we have a lot to cover in a short period of time, so you're going to be doing many weeks you're going to be doing multiple chapters within the text and doing the assignment as well. Okay, so that's the basic cadence of the class. It goes by the week. As you can see, we have our group assignment at the very end of class, and so this is a great thing just to look at. Again, there's more than one place to see it, but this is seeing it all in one place, in this document. So let's talk about grades. It's a standard grading scale. 90 to 100 points is an A, 80 to 90 B. We know that breakdown. But the grades are broken down on, as you can see, we're heavily influenced, or the grades are heavily swayed by the assignments that you do, because that's just what finance is. You have to apply what you're learning through the text, and you'll have some homework assignments there. We have 2 tests. You'll see 4 listed, but we have 2 tests that cover the material that we cover for the class, and those are in the schedule. We also have these first week types of activities, which contribute to some points to you as well. But it's basically the homework, reading the chapters, the homework assignments, and doing and then taking the tests. So let's see if we can get this kind of wrapped up. So how to succeed in this class? Please keep pace. This is not a class you can put things off. If you do, you will fall behind and you will not recover. It happens, unfortunately, but be prepared, because you're going to have to work on this class every week. There's definitely things you have to do. And the 8-week classes are great because you get through them pretty quickly. They're also tough because there's a lot of stuff crammed into them. So keep pace. It moves really fast. Make sure you're completing all the assignments on time. This work is very foundational. So what you learn in the early chapters, you'll use in the later chapters. So keep up with all the reading and everything else. And by all means, ask for help. I have virtual office hours. I believe for this class is between 10 and 11 on Mondays. But that's because they make me, honestly. You can send me an email in D12, please, with 3 times that you could meet. And hopefully one of those will work, and I'll send you an invitation to a Google Meets, and we can discuss whatever you need to discuss. Okay? Now, what do we need to do this week? By Sunday, a week from, well, you're looking at this probably on Monday, so I'm going to say a week from yesterday, this coming Sunday. Make sure you've read all the course documents, the syllabus, the online schedule. You don't have to read both the Word one and the Excel one. They're the same thing. And the How to Do Well in Class document. Make sure you watch first off, you're going to have to log in to Connect and get set up on Connect. Watch the Connect orientation videos. Those are 4 easy points that you can get. And read chapters 1 and 2 in the book, which are somewhat review kind of chapters, or not review, but the overview is chapter 1, and chapter 2 is about accounting. Take test 1. It's not really a test. It's just a way for you to sign up for HonorLock, which is the online proctoring service that we use at Oakton. And it's super simple to do, but you have to do that, and you have to sign up for HonorLock before you can take any of the tests that really count. Make sure that your D12 profile is filled out, and schedule your one-on-one virtual meeting with me, which there will be some instructions coming up this week on how to do that. Okay, so complete all these tasks, and there's 5 extra credit points. Now you're saying, what's a big deal? It's like, well, it's 5 out of 100 points. That's actually half a grade. So guess what? It is a big deal. So please start off well and grab those easy points. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to let me know, and welcome to class.